Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at uranium energy. It is time for another update, and quickly on the long time frame for any of you who might be new. We have been tracking this idea of a triple 1 2 1 2 1 2 setup, where now we would be looking to build the third wave to the upside. And then within this wave 3 we have some targets that we have been looking for, but really they aren't something that we should really focus on at the moment, because right now we are towards the possible end of this wave 3, where I might actually even have a full count done. Now we have been tracking over the previous videos, ever since we have been tracking this chart really, we have been looking for this count where we have a double 1 2 1 2 setup, and then a third wave that would have been developing to the upside. And yet we had like 8 or 9 support zones on this chart, and all but one worked out perfectly with very great risk reward ratios and great returns overall. Now internally within this structure I cannot really follow this idea of a 1 2 3 a fourth and a fifth movement here, because the structure really lacks a fourth wave in this area, and I would have needed to see an impulse within this third wave to the upside. And in this case, yeah, I really have to shift to a slightly different interpretation that I mentioned also in the previous videos, at least in the last one. I'm not sure about the previous or the one before that, but I would really be looking out for a diagonal structure developing right now in this area, because I can say pretty clearly and confidently that this is within a singular wave 3. Now that would work out, but I would have to say that this is the wave 1 then, and here we have a wave 2, and within the wave 3 I would be looking here for an ABC structure, where in the wave C I am of course expecting a 5-wave move to the upside, but that is quite towards the end of it. I am really expecting one high at most to have a full count within this wave 3. And what that means is that there is a pretty high risk that we see a local top in this area and a much larger correction than we have had previously within this structure. So yeah, much larger than we had here would likely be to follow. Now I would be looking in this case for support in a wave 4, but that is assuming that we already topped. And let's see, I would be looking at the levels between the $11.2 down to the $8 level at the 61.8% retracement. Now I'm not confirming a top. I can even say that a count where something a lot more bullish could still be working out, where this would be maybe a 1 2 1 2 setup. Then this could be another 1 2 setup, and then we could still see, who knows, maybe a third wave to the upside. Maybe we even have a series of internal 1 2 setups in this area, and then this could be already the third wave to the upside. But those may be a bit unrealistic, and maybe securing some profits in this area is not a bad idea. Now based on the RSI we can see lots of divergences ever since, when was this? At the beginning of August, when we printed this high. We have been printing higher highs on the chart, but on the RSI we have been printing lower lows, and even now we are getting even more divergences even within this shorter time frame within this area, where we printed another high, a lower high, and yet another high in this area, again a lower high. So yeah, there is quite a high risk that we are in a topping area, and that we could see very soon, and we could have actually even seen here the top within the wave 3. Now with that said, we can analyze a bit that small time frame structure here, and in the previous video I provided you this support zone in green and this ABC structure for the fifth wave of the wave C to follow here to the upside. And it seems to have worked out quite nicely. I only really used the green scenario because it had a white background and I wanted it to be clear, but really this is within the white interpretation, so I can even label this within an ABC in white. And we managed to push a little higher within this A wave, we didn't really hold the previous top that we had when I recorded the video, but then we still fell back into the support zone and followed through to the upside within a wave C. Now let me make this white again, and then we can remove these support zones. They are really not relevant anymore. And within this wave C, I would be looking for a 5-wave move to consider that, yeah, this movement, this wave C, is complete. And so far I could argue that we could still see another high, where here we had a wave 1 up. And let me actually go to the 5-minute time frame. But we had here a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, then another 1, 2 here, a third wave up, a 4th wave down, and I actually even made a video yesterday for the support zone for this wave 4, but for some reason, or not for some reason, my microphone didn't work, and yeah, I had to remove it. But yeah, we followed through to the upside in a wave 5, and then we could consider that we have a 1, 2, 3, and one last 4th, and the 5th could still appear to fulfill this wave C in a 5-wave structure. Now I can add a count here, but for this to work out, I would be looking for an impulse to be created, and I would need the price to hold support in the area here for wave 4 that would be between the $13.4 level down to the $13.1 level at the 50% retracement. And I have to say, a break below the 50% retracement here would be a pretty great warning sign that, yeah, this movement is done and we are looking for a larger correction. And it is difficult at the moment to say what that correction would really be within. At the moment, I would really reconsider my position, make sure I am happy with the position I have, I am happy with the profits I took over this entire trend that we have been following and that yeah, we had great success in. Now if I were to look for an ideal target for this overall wave 3, it would be at the 138.2% extension of the wave 1. And if we actually look, this is at the $13.8 level. Now here we didn't quite reach that perfectly just yet, but if we form another high within this 5th wave, yeah, that would actually be complete. And who knows, maybe we have a local top in this area afterwards. So really, I urge you to consider your position, consider if you are happy with what you have and yeah, with what has happened so far, and be aware it is possible for a very strong uptrend still to start. We do have the earnings tomorrow morning, and I'm not saying where it will go, but I am prepared personally for all scenarios that could follow. And for now, these are the levels, this is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.